On to breaking news we've got coming in of a very different nature. This is news coming in from Tamil Nadu, where I believe Justice K. Kumaresh Babu of the Madras High Court has rejected interim applications taken out by O. Pannirselvam and a number of other leaders against the AIADMK General Council resolution and the General Secretary elections. You'll remember that a little less than a month ago, EPS took over the AIADMK, and the big question was what now for OPS, Sasikala and a number of other leaders. Now we have this news coming in. Let's go over to my colleague Purnima. Purnima, with the Madras High Court rejecting this plea, what options does this leave now for OPS?
Well, in fact, this is a big victory for Edappadi Palanisamy because the elections for the post of General Counsel was held. The results of that was in fact reserved for further orders. Now that the order is in favor of Edappadi, Edappadi will become the General Secretary of the party, and there'll be huge celebrations from Edappadi and his loyalists as well. So it's going to be an interesting. It's going to be interesting for Edappadi, but at the moment, O. Pannirselvam will route possible to challenge the verdict. That's of course something that O. Pannirselvam will do. But at this moment, Edappadi and his team will plan a big celebration, and Edappadi will be named the General Secretary because the elections were held. The results will also be announced, and a grand celebration will be planned by the EPS camp, while O. Pannirselvam will be looking at all the legal routes possible to challenge the High Court verdict.
Okay, I just want to ask you, Purnima, in the days after the EPS decision, one of the questions asked was whether OPS, Sasikala and Dinakaran would at all come together. In the last few weeks, what have we seen take place on that front?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question,
Right.
please?
I was asking you, after EPS, this decision that EPS would take over the AIADMK, came through a few weeks ago. One of the questions was whether or not OPS, Sasikala and TTV Dinakaran would at all come together. Has anything happened on that front?
Well, both TTV Dinakaran and O. Pannirselvam have time and again maintained that they will try and join hands whenever the need arises, while V.K. Sasikala has repeatedly said that she will unite the factions of the AIADMK ahead of 2024. But it looks unlikely considering that it's a huge victory for Edappadi Palanisamy. He will become the General Secretary of the party, a post that was held by MGR and then Jayalalitha. So this is significant. Remember, V.K. Sasikala also has 5 legal cases, and those cases are pending. But at the moment, looks like it's an advantage EPS, and whether TTV Dinakaran, V.K. Sasikala and OPS will join hands, all of them are in the affirmative when it comes to that. But so far, there has been no official meetings that have taken place. Only time will tell if they will meet, considering that Edappadi has become the winner, the face of the ADMK. Whether there will be meetings between or among the three of them, that remains to be seen, because in all probability, they may join hands as well. So we'll have to wait and see how O. Pannirselvam now reacts to this, and whether he will be meeting V.K. Sasikala soon, though he's always said that he will meet her. Whether now is the time to meet V.K. Sasikala to take the fight forward remains to be seen.
Okay, Purnima, if I could just ask you to stay with us. Sumant C. Raman, a political analyst with us on the phone right now. I'd like to go over to him to understand more. Sir, thank you for joining us here on CNN News 18. So I just want to understand from you, just a few weeks ago, it felt like we were finally able to say congratulations to EPS with him seemingly taking over the AIADMK already. Now, obviously, one more feather in his cap. It seems even clearer that pathway only seems to be clearing up for him. I want to understand from you, sir, what do you see as the AIADMK's priorities right now? What should be right on top of the priority list for EPS as he fully takes on charge? Is it to reclaim the position of key opposition in the state that we've seen the BJP try to kind of steal from the AIADMK? How do you see this?
Yes, I think the first thing was that this was an expected judgment, because after the Honorable Supreme Court had not explicitly stayed the proceedings of the General Counsel, it was extremely unlikely that the High Court would do so. So the issue was this was expected. Now the biggest priority before Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy is to make sure that the party regains the lost vote share. The party's vote share under Jayalalitha was around 45% in the state. Now that has dwindled to the mid-20s. So his first focus and priority should be to building up back the AIADMK, maybe extending an olive branch, reaching out to some of the other factions could also be on the agenda. But now that he is firmly ensconced, of course, there will be an appeal against this to the division bench of the Madras High Court by Mr. OPS. I anticipate that. But I don't expect anything significant to come out of that. But I think the priority before EPS is to rebuild the party and get back the vote share that they have lost over the last 4 or 5 years.
Mr. Raman, if I could also ask you, all right, Mr. Raman, just stay with us for a second. We have